And we're up.
What's up, guys? So, we got all kinds of good news to talk about today. We're going to get into our index orders, which came through. I know Sean already got
the email,
his.
got the confirmation email.
Exactly. I was just talking about that in chat. I don't actually have my order through yet. I didn't get on the first wave, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to hit a little bit of what got talked about with E3. We're going to talk about the new Vive headset. We're going to hit up the Eye, which I don't know, some of you guys may have seen it or not. The Vive Pro Eye. I always get that mixed up.
Yep.
And let's see, what else we're going to talk about, Sean?
Gleam, we got a Gleam giveaway we just put live. So it should be in the video description. That is for Contractors. It's an Oculus Store key. So this is on the Oculus Store, not Steam. Yep. So we are going to run this, I think, for a week. And I think our plan last time when we did a Gleam, it ended before the show started. This one I have set to end at 10:30. So if you're just tuning into the show and you hadn't signed up yet, next week you still have an opportunity for about 30 minutes to sign up for the Gleam. And then we'll probably just go ahead and draw it again on the show, I guess.
Which speaking of, we did have a winner of the grips, which I know we announced it on the show and stuff, and he did claim that.
Yep, he did. So I think he got them yesterday. I sent him I sent him the tracking number. It was supposed to be in yesterday. So he was like, "Oh, perfect!" Right before the weekend too. So he's excited about that. So I was glad it got to him before the weekend. When it was starting.
Hopefully we hear from him too. I know a lot of the guys that have him have already. I mean, they're all good praises basically.
Yeah, I mean everybody really. I haven't heard anything bad about him yet, and I still have him sitting here. I made a what was the Box VR. I've been playing that. Me and my wife actually been playing a lot of that. And somebody commented on the video like, "Why didn't you use the Mammut grips?" And they were actually on my Rift S controllers. So this is my Rift S controllers. So I really need to get another set because I want to put them because they actually feel a lot better in that game. In the Box VR game, they feel a lot better playing that game with these on.
Oh, it'd have to, because especially if you actually start sweating. I mean, like you literally would. I mean, you definitely. I wouldn't want to throw them. I mean, I know I wouldn't. But
yeah. So, and my wife's been loving that game too. She actually played it this morning. She's been grabbing my Quest headset like every day. I need to get her one. Honestly, I don't know if they're back in stock anywhere yet, but I need to get her one. And everybody's having AOL flashbacks, which I love that intro. That's the second time we've used that now. I really do enjoy that intro.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. The other headset too that a lot of people are probably picking up now. I mean, I don't know if they're clearancing them or not, are the Go's.
Yeah, so that was one of the things we wanted to talk about today was that they just dropped the price to $169 on the Oculus Go, and that's for the 32 gig, the smaller one, not the 64. But I believe that's on awesome. Amazon.
I didn't see actually where it was.
I can't remember now, but I think at least on Amazon. It was on a website. I saw online.
That's great. I mean, who can't pick up a headset for those prices?
Yeah, I mean, Oculus Go is still, I mean, a good media consumption device. I mean, obviously, you're not going to be able to play all the games and stuff like that. But
no, but if you have Hulu or something and you want to watch it and don't disrupt somebody, put some headphones on, lay in bed, whatever. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that'll be good. Absolutely. Yeah, Main Fan said, "Cool wife." I know he said his girlfriend isn't into VR too much yet. Try putting her in Box VR if she likes to work out at all. You can try that. I don't know if it'll work or not. It's worked so far for my wife. She really likes Box VR. She likes Moss a lot. She tried I Expect You to Die. She tried that a little bit, and that was kind of like, it's kind of cool. Yeah. But it was hard for her, too, because she was laying in bed when she was trying that game, so it was kind of hard reaching for stuff and moving around because she didn't have all that range of motion. But yeah, so I don't know.
My wife actually likes, it was on the, I'm trying to think what it was on. It was on the Go, one of the miniature golf games on there. She really liked that. And then she likes Moss on the Quest is what she likes. Yeah,
the wife is in chat, and she's using her hashtag again, her claimed we do need to make, so we do have the store. We put a cup, 2 cups, and a pair of socks on there. And she has requested that we make a hashtag VR Wife Life cup of a rendered reality cup on the store, and she wants it in pink as well. So.
That's awesome. Well, we can do that.
So we might need to do that, yeah.
Speaking of pink, jeez, you stole her cup.
She's not here right now. She's not at home, so I may have borrowed her. I may have borrowed her PD cup. I mean, don't tell her. I don't think she'll know.
Yeah, everyone was saying they're doing like the pour over and the French press and everything in the chat. I'm like, I'm slacking on.
Oh yeah, I did use the French press today, and I'm loving that French press. That French press is nice.
I know.
So,
I was
it just tastes so good. I don't know. It tastes different to me. I don't know why, but it tastes really good.
Oddly enough, I was at Best Buy for some reason. I wouldn't know why. But they have a really nice coffee section now with coffee makers and stuff. They don't have really any like super high end stuff, but pretty decent.
Yeah.
And I was showing my wife, and she's like, "These are $1,000," and I'm like, "Yeah, like,
oh, that's kind of crazy.
They're nice coffee makers, but
let's see, coffee maker, Valve Index, coffee maker. I don't know. I mean, I do love my coffee, but
I'm so excited for the Index. Now all these like developers and stuff have been putting reviews out and publications and stuff.
Yeah, I've been looking up a lot of stuff on it.
I know everything I read now. I want to say my favorite one was actually on, I think it was Engadget. Mm-hmm. They did a really detailed, not a review of it, but more of like an experience. Man, it just made me really want it. Just talking about the headphones and how well they work, and how they were even shocked, like they didn't think they were going to work well. The visuals, all the subpixels, they hit a little bit of everything.
Right.
And it just makes me want it so bad right now.
Yeah, the main thing I think I'm excited for is the audio, because I've been using the Rift S and the Quest a lot lately, and I haven't been using any headphones with them, and I really miss good audio, and supposedly this is going to be even better audio. And if you saw the Road to VR article, they actually said Valve Index is the DSLR to the Oculus Rift S point and shoot.
I saw that.
Ouch.
I know.
That's harsh. But I mean, there's some stuff about the Valve Index though that are not so positive too, that people have talked about.
Sure.
Like I've read kind of mixed reviews about the sweet spot, and it does have some God rays. I don't know if that's because of the dual lens that they're using. So as far as God rays, like I know the CV1 had those, and I never really had any issues with them other than in loading screens. Like when you had a loading screen when somebody would do a black background and a white logo or white words, there would be God rays. But I never saw any in game that I really noticed. I don't know.
Elite Dangerous had them.
Well, yeah, that's a lot of dark backgrounds with light stuff though. So
that's what made me the only game that ever made me really notice them. Was that.
I don't know. I feel like I guess because the Rift S has so much less of that, but I don't know if that's just because of the lenses or if that's because of the LCD panel too, which the Index is LCD. So I don't know if the LCD, lends hand to that a little bit. I'm not sure, but I mean, it's hard to say because everybody sees things differently. Like some people are super sensitive to God rays, some people are super sensitive to a sweet spot, comfort, I mean everything else. So nobody's really going to know until we get this thing on our faces and try it out, and that's what I'm most looking forward to.
That's my opinion. Everybody has very strong opinions, let's say, about headsets and which ones are right and which ones wrong. I don't think there is a wrong headset because everybody needs a different headset. It's not like one headset works for the masses. Just like phones, not everybody owns the same phone. So everyone wants something else for a reason, and that more options just gives us better choice. I think they're all right just for the certain people. That's all.
Nice. Gaming Science Teacher said the Go is $169 at Walmart and Best Buy too. And Lefty007 said it's more glare than God rays. Then that's what Ben Lang said.
Sure.
And that so I just want to see it. So I did get the email yesterday, and basically it was just a verify shipping address email. I'm sure a lot of you guys got this. Whoever's on the first one, you didn't get an email, right?
I didn't get it. I would hope maybe I would get one by chance because I was right behind it. I thought maybe enough, but
so this says to verify your shipping address, please make sure we have the right shipping address on file for you to avoid any delays in delivery. Please ensure that your shipping address below is correct. You will receive a confirmation number once the product has shipped. So it says you need to make sure your shipping address is right by June 14th. So
my recommendation is everybody should not do that because your orders will get pushed to me. So please don't sign up. Don't confirm your shipping address.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Well, I don't think you have to do anything to confirm it. Wow. It just wants you to change it if it's not correct. So
that sucks.
But I mean, the date is by June 14th. So does that mean? So I was originally under the assumption that this Index would ship out on the 28th, June 28th. I never really looked into it much. I never paid attention much, but I just assumed that was the case. Well, I got on Reddit on the Valve Index subreddit, and I asked on there, and somebody said that there was a Valve employee on there that confirmed it would be out by June 28th, like you would receive it. So this is saying to confirm by June 14th, so it may even get here earlier. I don't know.
Yeah, but that could just be for processing, to get their boxing, all that stuff done.
But I mean, I'll be excited.
Did you see that sub name? That was awesome.
Was that just 00? That's awesome. That's pretty cool. So, but I mean, I'll be excited, and they should send out a confirmation email. So once they ship it, then you should have an idea what day it's going to show up. So
yeah, and it always takes.
I mean, I might have to take a day off of work. The bad thing is I'm worried about too is that a lot of times with something more expensive, when it ships, you have to be there to sign for it. So am I going to have to, because I'm going to be super bummed if I'm not here and it shows up and they don't leave it or deliver it, you know what I mean?
So typically what I do with that kind of stuff is, depending on how they ship it, you can pre-sign for stuff. So like DHL does pre-sign. I'm not sure. I think UPS does on some packages.
Yeah. And I don't know who it's going to come through yet.
But the best bet is just have them hold it. You know, you can have them hold it. Like, if you aren't going to be there during the day, just have them hold it at like a UPS office, USPS, and then just go pick it up after work.
Yeah, and I have a really great neighbor too that can keep an eye out. They're both retired and they're awesome. So, and I could always change the shipping address to their house too. That's actually what I did with my gaming PC because I wasn't going to be here, so I just sent it to their house.
A lot of people get them to work too.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah.
Just somebody sign for it.
Yeah. So. Lefty007 said about the Go, he said that translates to me that the Go is becoming obsolete and they have overstock, which I don't know what they're going to do with Go, because, I mean, the Go's a great headset for media consumption and stuff, but with the Quest, I don't see the reason to have a Go anymore. Like, I sold my Go before I got the Quest because I was like, when am I going to use the Go? Because the Quest is going to do pretty much everything the Go will do, plus more. Some people have said that they like the visuals better on the Go than they do the Quest. I don't know. I don't really.
My only thing is my only thought would be to somebody who's not dumb to VR, but new to VR and doesn't want all the boundary stuff and all that to set up. So, when you put it on, you have to make sure you go either through that or have it set up already.
That is true.
But with the Go, if somebody doesn't know VR, the controller, it's kind of a dummy control, not a dummy controller, but you don't
simplified.
Have to,
I mean, it's even more simplified than the Quest. And the one thing I don't like about the Quest for stationary stuff, like when you want to sit down on the couch and use it, and you're not in your boundary, like it gives you a stationary boundary, but it's this like little tiny cylinder, and you're like you feel like you're stuck in this little cylinder, so that you don't have that with the Go. Oh, they definitely need to make it so much bigger
because every time I just reach for something, it lights it up.
Yeah, and I hate that.
Or be adjustable. Yeah, that you could change the radius of it.
Yeah, so hopefully that'll come with another update. I mean, it is still pretty new, so I'm sure they're still going to be changing stuff. So hopefully that will come because I am not a fan of that at all, and I know other people have said that too. So
yeah, I noticed that right off the get-go. Yeah. I mean, just having all that freedom, and then all of a sudden you feel like you're still in a box.
I mean, it's nice because I don't have to be in the VR room, so I can be out in the living room, and sometimes I just want to sit on the couch, but I don't want to be stuck in this little tiny cylinder, and it's just weird to me, but yeah, for sure. So definitely excited about the index stuff, though, and as soon as, like, I know I told all you guys we're moving, so this house is sold, we're getting ready to move to our other house and stuff, so depending on the timing of when the headset shows up, we're definitely going to get footage out right away.
Yeah.
It's just hopefully not right in between a move. I mean, but we'll do what we got to do. I'm going to play it either way, so it's going to be
My
awesome,
house is crazy right now, too. We're getting our house painted inside and stuff.
Yeah, your room here was a disaster last night. We got on here last night and we're talking a little bit, and he had stuff packed in that room, so he's like, dude, I got to move some stuff around.
It was trouble.
So
I was up
till,
a good 1 a.m. just moving stuff, Yep, just to get to here. So yeah, it was kind of tough, but that happens.
So I was talking about getting another Quest for the wife, and I was telling her we need to get like a pink one for her. And people started. I've seen these on Reddit.
Sure.
So I think the first two, like the Star Wars and the Iron Man, I think those might be airbrushed. They looked airbrushed, and I think the bottom one is a sticker. But I mean, we should be getting lots of this kind of stuff hopefully pretty soon, where you can just purchase stuff, pop them on, because with this it's a lot easier. With the Rift and stuff, you had like the CV1, you had all the IR sensors and all that stuff, so you couldn't completely cover it. Where this, you can completely cover it, and all you got to do is leave the 4 cameras showing, and it doesn't get hot either. Like the Go, like at least mine hasn't gotten hot. It's a plastic front. The Go has the metal front that was actually heat sink, so people still did put stickers and stuff on it, and I guess not really have any issues, but. But I think the Quest stays cooler on the outside with that plastic. It's got the active cooling and stuff. But I thought these were pretty cool. I mean, you already look a little weird wearing these things on your face. So when you put something like this on it, it kind of makes it a little more cool, I think.
I still like the big googly eyes.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do that. That's pretty funny. The big googly eyes that move all around.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't want it, but it is funny. I like watching it.
True
so,
that.
Can we hit up? I sent you a link. I think it was last night. You can stay there, actually. But
too late.
The stands for the Quest.
Yeah, for sure. So where did you see these at?
So just doing all my research that I always do. But
I don't know. So did you just come across these on Amazon? Because this is on Amazon, right? But it's not actually shipped and sold by Amazon. It's only sold by third parties. I think it's $50.
Correct. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yep, $50. But there's a little adapter that goes, yeah, that picture actually shows it, a little adapter that goes onto the side and drops down in there and hits on a charging port for it, which I think is super cool.
Yeah,
because
this is cool.
if it's in, your living room or something, you can just throw it down every time, throw the controllers in there, you're good to go.
I mean, even in your VR room or your office or whatever, it looks cool too, because it kind of showcases it on a stand. It's better than just throwing it somewhere. So I thought this was pretty cool. For $50, I do wish that Amazon would actually ship and sell it. Hopefully they do at some point. But
it's brand new though, so I mean they may.
So I think we're going to start getting a lot of third-party stuff for the Quest, because it is going to be a popular headset, and I'm excited about that. I really want a deluxe audio strap or something, though. I want that really, really bad to increase some comfort and some better audio. I've been thinking about doing the Vive deluxe audio strap and stuff, but I just kind of want to see what official stuff comes out before I spend the money on that and go about doing that. But people say that it's awesome.
Some of the guys were posting stuff over on our Discord, the pictures of their putting the deluxe audio strap. Was it on the Rift S? No, it was the Quest. Wasn't it?
It was on the Quest, because
it was the
Rift S. I don't know how well that would work, but everybody's doing it on the Quest, and I mean they say comfort wise and everything else is going to be really awesome. So
yeah, it definitely has to help. I know mine already feels better with the VR cover, but
I haven't got my VR cover yet. Tyler has his. Mine hopefully will ship out here pretty soon. I did order it, but I have not received that yet. I'm looking forward to that so bad, because the Quest is not a comfortable headset for me. And anyway, and the wife too. I mean, just the way even just the foam that they use that's on your face is just kind of an itchy, scratchy, not pleasant feeling on your face. So I am looking forward to that for sure. But I know a lot of people have talked about the counterbalance stuff, and that helps a lot. So
yes, Swift in chat was saying he likes that stand much better than the one he got. Do we have any pictures on here of the other one as well?
No, which one are you talking about?
What is it? Is it Virgo?
The VRGE
or
something.
Virgo,
the wood one. No, I don't have those.
Okay.
I don't have those, but
there is one by it's called Verge, and it's a kind of a wood hybrid stand, which I like the look of, because I like the very kind of industrialist type stuff, and I think I might have thrown it into the description, but I just think it looks amazing. I really do. I love the wood. I love the new technology with something really bare bones like that. So
so it's like this here. I pulled up the website. So, but this doesn't charge though. I don't believe this is just like
it does not. Just a display. Yep. Yeah, and that's a wall mount or desktop. I think I said.
Yeah, they have a couple different ones.
Yeah, they're right there.
Okay, yeah, so you can mount it on the wall too.
I'm sure. Yeah, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks cool. I like the wood.
Or sits on it. Yeah, it's not. Anything super technical.
Yeah, they're little. I think they're about $100, $180, something like that.
Yeah, I think they're $80, $79 or something. They're nice. It's a quality piece. But the charging one's pretty cool too. So I'd like to see either of them. I think
for $50, it doesn't seem bad for a charging one. I really like the darker metal one there.
Yeah, that one. That's a special edition or limited edition.
Yeah, that's really cool. But yeah, you can check those out. Those are pretty cool. But I like the fact that it charges, because usually what I do with my Quest is I usually do throw it on the charger when I'm not using it, because I just don't want to get ready to use it and then it be dead. And we did actually play a Quest game, multiplayer game, this past week on the Quest, and that was Dead and Buried 2.
That was incredible. I wish I had a camera set up, but it was night and I had one light on. But my whole kitchen living room is a wreck right now. Drop claws down. And the only open space I had at the moment, didn't have ladders set up, was the kitchen. So I'm like, well, guess I'm playing the Quest in the kitchen. So, drew my path right on top of all the drop claws and everything else. And it was perfect the whole time. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that actually was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed the game. The only issue we had was you could start an Oculus chat thing together, but it wouldn't keep you connected to that Oculus chat, so we could only actually talk through the game, which we finally figured it out, because there was an option to where you had to push a button to talk, and then there was an option where you could just talk anytime. And
it was Oculus chat though that was screwing it up. It was muting us inside game when we were in chat.
Yeah, so we did get that figured out, but
it could just be not allowing private chat. Maybe they don't want that, but.
And we did have kind of a hard time keeping together too. You weren't able to team up at all and stay locked in together. You had to kind of make sure you met at a certain point and then you went to the right one at the same time to get into the same game. But it was fun. I had a good time. It was kind of like Slightly Heroes in a sense, where you kind of had to run around and get different guns and stuff like that. But some of the guns are really cool. That I prefer the two-handed weapons better. I think they're easier to aim than a gun in each hand, but it was still a lot of fun. It was a good time. I mean, that was
it's
the first.
fast-paced.
Yeah,
That's
it
what I
is.
like.
It is fast paced, and there was a lot of people on there playing. I mean, we didn't have any issue filling up things or
No.
anything, and I mean, that was the first game we actually played together on the
On the
Quest. I
Quest.
think. Yeah,
Yep,
that was fun.
it is,
I
sure.
did.
It was a
enjoy
lot
that.
of fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed it. I liked all the different guns and stuff.
Yeah.
I like the open lobby concept. I think every game should have an open lobby.
Yeah.
Any type of multiplayer. I think it just provides the social aspect as well as
sure.
the gameplay. So
I do wish they would do custom avatars though too, so then it would be easier when you're in there. Like, cause then I would know,
Right.
you would be distinctly different than other people, so that
it's random.
Yeah, it's just a random avatar that it gives you. But it's a good game. I mean, I had fun. I mean, it played really smooth and everything, and we didn't have any issues. I was in my living room, so I had a big area to play in, and still can't remember to move as much as I probably should. I still try to stay pretty stationary. I'm so used to not getting wrapped up in the cord or not wanting to get wrapped up in the cord, but
Still use snap turning.
oh yeah, I still do. And I'm like, dang it, I don't need to do that.
Oh, I can't stand it. I actually have to move the whole time, or else I just feel like, why am I playing VR? I guess, but
Right.
I know everybody's different, and some can, and some can't even. So it's different. But yeah.
Yeah. So one of the new things that came out that I actually tried yesterday, and I haven't got a lot of time to tweak anything or mess with anything. I'm sure some of you guys know about this already, but virtual desktop. It actually came out. They had an update, and part of the update was where you can actually play Steam VR games in your Quest headset. So I did this, and it's really easy to do. I never actually used virtual desktop before last night. I used it last night for the first time, and I got in there, and you basically open up Steam, and when you go to play a Steam game, at first it didn't work because I had my Rift plugged in, and I think it was trying to put it in through that, so I unplugged that, and it opened up another setup menu. So it wanted me to set it up again. So I used my Quest controllers, and I had to do a boundary again and everything. But
inside Oculus?
No, in Steam. Oh, so it was in Steam, just in the Quest. So it was basically streaming the Steam VR to the Quest, and I set it. I'm like, it was weird because like the one game I went into was the Invisible Hours, and that worked really good. But it showed my controllers as Windows mixed reality controllers. So I was like, that's kind of weird. So for whatever reason, it recognized it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a little bit weird, but I did try Contractors, and that was the first one I tried, and it was playable. I actually got a couple kills in there, but so one of the issues is that nobody could hear me, and I'm not sure if that was just something I need to change the input to the Quest mic, or if the Quest mic doesn't work. I didn't mess with that yet, so I need to figure that out. But it was a little bit laggy in Contractors, so it wasn't as good as playing Contractors on the PC VR, but it worked, and I'm on a 5G.
That's a fast-paced game, though, too. I mean, your
so that's pretty extreme.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if anybody else has tried that on the Quest in chat, and if how it worked for them, because I mean, it definitely works. I mean, you can play Invisible Hours just fine. Like Contractors, maybe I need a little more time with to see if you could get it really working real well. But it was playable. I mean, I played a multiplayer game online and got some kills. I mean, it was a little bit harder than it would be on a PC VR, but
I mean, you're always going to have a little bit of lag anyways with any online multiplayer. I mean, a little bit. So then you're adding a little more latency then to,
Right.
So, I mean, you're going to notice it no matter what, I would say. And even people with the TP cast and stuff, they it's a little bit there. I mean,
but I mean, I was impressed that it could even do it. So
I know.
I don't know. It was crazy. So gaming science teacher said, "Wait, you're saying virtual desktop has the same kind of functionality as ALVR now?" And basically, I mean, you can play Steam games, and I guess supposedly you can play your Oculus games too, your Oculus Store games, but you have to use Revive, so it doesn't recognize the Quest as for the Oculus Store, but it worked on Steam. I mean, I only tried those 2 games, but they both worked. And Contractors was a little iffy. I don't know about that for sure yet, but games like whatever, the Invisible Hours and stuff works great.
I need to try it on my stuff because I have like a no loss router. So I wonder because I think your router isn't yours. It's supplied by your
right. I need to get like what are those, the name brand of the high end routers, like what you have?
I have a
Nighthawk, yeah. So I need to get something like that, and that might work better. So it is a 5G network, and it's a really fast network, but it is just the one that they provide me with. So I don't know if that has something to do with it.
It's not about just being 5G though, too. It's about your bandwidth loss and everything to it. So
Yeah, so Lefty007 said, but I think it's only 60 frames per second, I think. And I didn't check it in-game. I know when I was in the menus of virtual desktop and stuff, it would show you your frames and stuff, and it was at 72. So in the Quest. So I don't know if it stayed at 72 once I went in to the actual game. And in Gaming and Still Life said Revive was laggy. I think he might have played Standout. I think he played Standout last night on the Quest.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's definitely doable.
I mean, it's great for somebody if that's all you have. If you only buy one headset and you bought the Quest, I mean, that's
you still need a gaming PC though, because your PC still has to be able to run the VR game.
But a lot of people have decent PCs now, you know, and I mean, some of the game specs aren't as high.
Yeah, it depends on what you're playing too.
Sure,
so,
exactly.
So Gaming and Still Life said virtual desktop did not work with Pavlov or Contractors. So I did have it working with Contractors. It wasn't working perfectly, but it did work.
Yeah.
So, and somebody said the Nighthawk EX500 or RX500, I'm not sure, but I need to get one of those. I do need to try that.
Yeah.
So definitely need a 5G router. I do have a 5G router. So, and yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it's definitely something to try out if you guys haven't tried this yet. I mean, for certain games, it's awesome. I mean, it's really cool that they enabled that as a possibility. You know what I mean? I love it. And I'm sure it'll get better too as they do updates and figure everything out. So,
and if they're just doing that software sided, imagine what could be possible if somebody was, you know, really pushing the limits of that. That's awesome.
Yeah, really. And I mean, that's no side loading or anything. I didn't side load anything. I didn't do anything. All I did was download the virtual desktop on the Quest, and then you just have to run the program on your PC. Like, it'll tell you to log into to go to the website and download the software on your PC, and that's all you had to do. So
you just need a host. That's all.
Right. Yep. So it worked awesome. I mean, I can't wait to try it some more and see what all else, you know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, I was pretty blown away that it was even possible that easily, you know.
Yeah. So. And it just opened up the windows too. Now people, you know, that want to not port, but just, you know, broaden sales for games and everything too.
Yeah. And I mean, virtual desktop in itself though is even awesome. Even without that, just the ability that you can control anything on your PC. You can set up different environments. Like, I mean, some people do a lot of work inside of virtual desktop just from their headset. When I was thinking last night, I was like, man, you know what? Like, I was setting all this stuff up for the show. I usually work on a little bit the night before and a little bit the morning of. And last night, the wife was in bed, like just reading or something, and I was in here messing with this stuff. I was like, technically, I could be in the Quest headset laying in bed, and I could set all this up for the show the next day, all from the Quest, because you can do everything in there. You can completely control your PC.
Well, we used to do that with big screen.
Yeah.
Big screen beta, I guess it was back then.
And that's free, but you can't do, obviously, some of the stuff virtual desktop
But we used to be able to, you know, before they had virtual desktop and stuff through Oculus. I mean, that goes way back.
Yeah. So WorkBirdie Gaming said they got their index shipping info, too. So I know everybody's starting to get that coming through. It's so exciting.
I know. It is. And
we did talk about that.
I didn't know that there were that many, but I guess there's 80-some, they said sensors on the Knuckles controllers. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know there's a ton. Yeah, I don't know. Crazy. I can't remember exactly how many, but...
or 87, something like that. Something like that.
And I guess they're still refining all of the stuff, like all of the software side of everything for that headset. Like, it's still not even complete yet. I guess they said it won't fully be complete until like it launches, but so I don't know.
The one I'm excited though to get into and try, and it'll probably be my first, but see, now you're gonna have it ahead of me, is Arizona Sunshine. They already implemented the Knuckles controllers.
A lot of them did, I think H3VR did. There's a lot of people that are doing that. I mean, I'm sure it's just a simple SDK that you have to add in. I don't think it should be anything too crazy, hopefully. I don't know.
Well, no, I mean, you would have to have mapping for it and stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
So Gaming Science Teacher said, students are done for the year, and we have a work from home day this Wednesday. I'm planning to try working from VR, which is awesome.
That is.
That's pretty cool.
Like, could you imagine, like, sitting in a hot tub on the Quest, like, working? Like, that might be a little scary.
So Shiny Robot was in chat, I think on one of MRTV's premieres yesterday, and I was talking back and forth with him, and he said, I don't know if I should admit this, but I watched your last Coffee and VR show from the bathtub. And I was like, all right. I said, well, as long as you were drinking your coffee, then you're good. And I said, and we have our Discord pics for our mugshots. I said, I don't think we want that picture uploaded into our Discord, though. You can leave that one out. But I thought that was pretty funny. So
speaking of, didn't we have some mugshots from our Discord?
Nope.
I think we had a couple this past week.
Hey, let me see. Yeah, we had a couple. So I do have the ones from before too, and I added in the new ones. We only had a couple this past week.
Tub, you promise.
No. Nothing. Nothing X-rated. We didn't have to blur anything out or anything like that. So we should be good. But so if you don't know, if this is your first time joining in, if you join the Discord, we have a section called Mugshots, and that name was came up with by T-Dub, and basically, we love coffee, and that's a big part of the show. We enjoy our coffee in the morning, and so a lot of people upload their pictures of their coffee mug or their coffee setup, whatever you want to do. And so feel free to put that on there. We usually try to get it on the show.
Still play Poker Stars.
I know. I did download it. I just haven't been in yet.
Did you?
I did contact, who was it? Mattel or something like that owns Uno. And they have not got back to me, unfortunately. I really wanted to see an Uno game, but I have not heard back from them yet.
There's fantasy film set up. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a sweet setup.
I like that.
That was my picture from this morning.
I need that mouse.
Even though I'm not using my rendered reality cup.
I still have yet to buy a new mouse. That's my next. I need to get that. But yeah. Are you switching coffee mugs?
What do you mean?
Was that one black?
Huh.
Oh.
I think you're seeing things. I don't know.
So
you're seeing things, but yeah. So and there's also Swords of Gargantua that came out, and we did some beta, like played it in the beta a little bit, and the actual game came out, and we have not got into that yet. I was watching Paradise Decay's video on it yesterday though, and he straight smashed his hand into the wall. I thought he broke his finger or something. It didn't look like it felt too good. That is the bad thing about these newer controllers, the way they're set up. They definitely don't give you the same kind of protection. It doesn't seem like as the old one.
I'd rather probably blast a finger than I would break a controller.
These old controllers were beasts, though. Like I don't think you can break these things. The newer ones, I think, are a little bit more fragile. But I mean, I don't know how fragile they are, but they don't seem quite as quality build as the older ones. But
sure. It's a little different. I mean, it's that's how they got the price down and everything.
True that. So. We also have E3 coming up. I think it's this week, right?
Yeah.
I think it starts on this Tuesday. And I actually think this E3 for VR is going to be a good one. I mean, I haven't been really all that impressed with E3 for a while, and they haven't really done, a whole lot of stuff. So the main thing I'm looking forward to is finally seeing if Xbox does anything with VR. And somebody had mentioned, one of the chats I was in, somebody had mentioned that they're predicting that Xbox and Oculus teams up, which I know we thought that for sure back in the day, and that never happened. But if you think about it, now
that's the epic combo
you could do it now though, because especially on like the next generation of Xbox, or even the whatever their Pro is, their X or whatever. The Rift S, you don't need the external sensors anymore. So that was the big issue with the old Xbox, is once the Rift, the CV1 actually came out, you had at least one or two sensors plus the headset. Now you have a display port and a USB. So
could you imagine if they dropped and just said, your Quest will work with the Xbox, streamed over your wireless network, done. You know how many they would sell?
Yeah, that would be awesome. I don't know.
I couldn't imagine.
I mean, if they could get it working really, really well, but you would have to have some really good internet and a 5G. Well, unless they build something into the new Xbox that would actually stream to it.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Direct stream. Yeah, you could a module or something for direct Wi-Fi. Yeah, you could.
So I am curious to see what happens. But.
Oh, I know. It would be so awesome. But they do only have one HDMI port, so they would have to put like a switch or.
What about the X though? The One X. I don't know what that has. I never bought one.
I think it has two.
But you need an HD. You need a display port though. A display port out.
Well, yeah, but if they did it over Wi-Fi, they would need nothing.
Oh, you're talking Quest. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and they could push that out to everything.
I mean, I'm sure the Xbox is going to announce something new anyways, because PlayStation is already talked about.
The only way they'll do it though is if they can sell more consoles. So it would be on a next gen console.
Yeah, probably so. But I mean, E3 should be really good though. Either way, I think H3 VR has some stuff to announce. I believe. Lo-Fi, I believe he tweeted something about something for maybe a new trailer or something for E3. Vertigo Games, which is the ones that made Arizona Sunshine, they have a new game announcement at E3.
Right.
And we don't know anything about. Their video was just like an old TV, like flickering and stuff. It told us absolutely nothing about what the game is going to be. But it's exciting. I mean, I love Arizona Sunshine. So I don't know that we're going to get a second Arizona Sunshine. I'd be down for that. But either way, I'm excited to see what they're going to do. I mean, E3 should be pretty good this year for VR. And Upload is doing that whole thing now, too, with E3, where they're going to be doing a bunch of stuff with a lot of
I
developers.
think Vertigo is going to branch off of Arizona Sunshine. I think they'll do something a little different. Maybe come back after. I don't know.
They had a lot of success with
they have,
Arizona
but I
Sunshine.
think it's still a success. I mean,
it's still
I
selling.
don't feel like they need to make a second one when theirs is already, I mean, still up there on the charts. Like if you look in VRLFG, it's still up there usually like top 10, top 5. I mean, of most played games. So
yeah.
So I don't feel like they need to come out with a second one yet, but that's just me. I mean, it'd be awesome. Don't get me wrong. It'd be great if they did, but
Fantasy Film Production said, I bet someone could mod something to make the Quest work with the Xbox. So, I mean, there's been a lot of modding going already with the Quest. So, and this thing hasn't been out that long, and we're already able to play Steam games pretty easily from the Quest. So it's.
I mean, you still have to install something, you know, on the Xbox itself. So it wouldn't be just a Quest app. It would have to be an Xbox and a Quest. So that would be tricky. But it would be probably possible if they're doing it now with PC.
So we'll see what happens. Definitely. I think the Quest is an excellent headset for $399. I mean, I have been, other than the comfort aspect, which is going to get better with some third-party stuff, but I really enjoy the Quest. Like, I really haven't used my Rift S all that much since getting the Quest. I mean, obviously, I haven't had a lot of time because of the house selling and all this other stuff, but I've been picking up the Quest quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. Fluke in chat said, could you imagine an Xbox exclusive VR game dropping? And he said subreddits would have a meltdown.
Oh, man, they would.
Could you imagine a Halo drop on a new Xbox console? Oh, my gosh.
That would like bring Halo back.
Halo hasn't gone anywhere, man.
Well, I mean, it hasn't, but it is definitely not the hype that it was. You know what I mean? Like, it was all the hype for a while.
It'll be Halo Battle Royale is what it'll be.
Speaking of Battle Royale, though, Population 1 is coming to the Quest, which is awesome. Like, I can't wait for that. Like, Population 1 is going to be an awesome game, and I know we've been talking about it for a while, and I actually reached out to them and trying to see if they would give us some kind of exclusive trailer or something we could talk about a little bit on the show, and they were like, we'll definitely keep you in mind, but at this point in time, we're just not ready to put anything else out there, where we're just really focused on getting it done. So I'm sure they'll be at E3 too. So I'm sure maybe some people will get to try it at E3.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So I mean
I'm surprised they're actually getting that on the Quest because that game does look really good.
It does.
You know, to be able to downgrade that to the Quest, that'll be awesome.
That'll be interesting. I mean, but I mean, it's gonna have crossplay too. So I mean, if you're putting that on Steam, Oculus Store, and Quest, I mean, that should, and I think it's gonna be a pretty popular game. So hopefully, we won't have any issues with any kind of matchmaking or anything. There should be plenty of people playing it, I would think. I don't know what the price or anything is going to be, but the game's going to be good.
Up there. It'll be up there because they've got a lot of money involved in this, so it'll have to be up there. But
I'm sure it'll be $30 or $40 at least.
Sure it will.
So.
Yeah, it'll be $39 probably all day.
Yeah.
If not more. But I'd say it's where it's been and where it probably is now, it'll be well worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's visually, the colors pop and everything. I mean, it's just, I love the contrast to it and stuff.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah.
Inside. Anyways.
I know.
But,
Yep. What other cool games we got?
I don't know.
Let's see, what else new is out? I'm trying to think.
New Stormland trailer.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say the Tachyon, but that's okay. Keep going. We'll hit that.
We'll hit Stormlands. And this does have audio. I'm going to go ahead and let this play real quick. It's not a long trailer, but Stormlands is definitely one of those ones that's up there on the list that everybody wants. I mean, it's going to be awesome. So I'm going to play this.
That's amazing graphically wise. I mean, it better put out to what they've been building up to.
Beyond the whispering reach of the spire. Remember the roll of the cirrus beneath your feet. Remember all that we once had, and never let it go. Even now the Stormland transforms, evolves, grows, wondering to itself. Are you its protector, or its prey? Seek out the others, but be careful who you trust. You must forge a new path where you were not destined to walk. You were destined to fly. Its voice is calling you. Reclaim your world. The storm is coming.
Oh, I can't wait.
It looks so good.
Some of their reflections in the water, the particle effects, like the fog and everything. It just if they can actually produce that in game, not just like in engine, man, it's gonna be so good.
One of the things I'm most excited about is that this is an Oculus Studios game, and in the past, the big Oculus Studio titles we've gotten have played it really safe on the locomotion systems.
Yeah, they have.
Like with Robo Recall, it was only teleport, without modding it. Wilson's Heart, which I don't remember if that was actually Oculus Studio, but that was one of the big titles that came out that I think they funded that, it wasn't even teleport. It wasn't free teleport. It was only node-based kind of teleportation. And so they've played it really safe in the past. With this one, I really like that they're actually pushing the envelope. Like, you can climb, you can fly, like, you can kind of float out, you know what I mean? Like, So they're not as worried about the motion sickness aspect anymore, which is one thing I like to see.
Which I know if you go way back, too, I know some of the release of the development of this game, I don't know, it might have been E3 a year or two ago, but they literally had a whole like documentary style video shot on just locomotion, trying to make people comfortable with it, jumping off a cliff and like putting your arms out and stuff, making you feel a little more stable. They've really worked hard on all that stuff, and I'm really excited to see like if they've done anything different. Now it's gone, time's gone by to where a lot of other games are putting these types of things already in. Right. So maybe then it was new, maybe now it's not, as relevant.
And people get more used to the locomotion and the motion sickness stuff. It kind of goes away the more you play. But
that's a funny thing. If you look on like the Quest reviews, like if I scroll through on my phone or in the headset and you look at the reviews, a lot of people are like, "Oh, this makes me sick,"
Oh, really?
And I'm like, this game is nothing. Like,
oh yeah. Hopefully people realize that goes away and you just kind of got to get used to it. But another thing from that game, from Stormlands, that I saw and that people were talking about was the scope. Some people were saying that they've eliminated the scope occlusion problems with VR or whatever. And I don't usually notice, like, I don't usually have a lot of problems using scopes and stuff, but it does kind of limit the field of view and stuff with the narrower field of view that we have. But on this, it just shows the kind of rings around the scope. Sure. So it doesn't like completely block out, all of your view and stuff. So that will be kind of nice. I am looking forward to trying that out.
Like that, I think they're working really hard. On the little things that you don't really notice, until you're just using it, and then it all works good together.
Right.
I feel like that's a good balance, of time put into a game.
Yeah, so I think that'll be cool. I mean, really, I think this and Asgard's Wrath, Asgard's Wrath, I guess, is like one of the biggest VR games ever. And like, I don't know if that's just scope, like, and how big the actual game is or how long the gameplay is, but I was watching the tested video of last week of their in-real glasses, and at the end of the in-real thing, they were talking. They did I think Jeremy did like a 2-hour session in Asgard's Wrath, and that was a pretty good video to watch. They didn't give away too much about the game to where you were like, a bunch of spoilers and stuff, but it was cool.
Yeah. I lost what I was going to say now too. Oh, I'm excited about Lo-Fi too. The style of that. I'm super pumped about that.
Yeah, Lo-Fi is awesome. We do have a video on that. And actually, he put out a couple new screenshots.
Yeah, he's been adding, I've been watching, but he's been adding some new areas and stuff, and he's really pushing stuff out.
So I'm pretty sure he's going to be at E3, but this is one of the screenshots here I'll run through. There was only like 3 of them, but just a couple new screenshots, so there's a cityscape one. But I love that game. I love the lighting and stuff in that game. And I did go into that game real quick in the Rift S because the video that we put out before was on CV1.
Sure, yeah.
And Rift S looks even better because there's not as many God rays and stuff. And the way a lot of the lighting and the darker scenes in this, it looks even better on the Rift S. It really does. I can't wait to see it in Index.
I know. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I can't wait to. And the audio is really cool in that game too. So I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah.
On the
I just love the style of that. For me, that's where it's at.
Yeah. I really like this picture. Yep. This is my favorite one of the ones.
Look at the reflection stuff.
Yeah. I mean, look at just like the reflection on that table or bar or whatever that is.
And, most games I would say that this is just, an image from the build or something and not actually what's being outputted. but from being in this game in person, this is definitely possible.
I mean, it's amazing all the stuff in the buildings, and like, I mean, just like if you watch the video in the one, you're like in this little hotel sleeper kind of thing in this futuristic world. And there's just so much stuff just in this little space to look at. There was like the Nintendo Power Glove on the wall. There was a bunch of old, I think there was like a phone booth thing in there. Like there was a bunch, I can't remember now, but there was all kinds of just little things to look at. And just the detail that he puts into a lot of these spaces are.
You know, my favorite is when there was like that like bum robot sitting on the ground like in an alley, and there was a radio sitting right beside him. It had his like arm on or sitting by it or whatever. And like you would walk past and you could literally hear that like boombox playing.
And you could tell exactly where it was coming from. Like it wasn't like there was just music all of a sudden. It was like, oh, there's music from right there. You know what I mean?
I tested it too. I went over and literally like moved my head around, moved around it left to right. The sound was literally that point, that height, that like right there location.
Yeah, that is really cool.
It was super cool, yeah. Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
So excited about that game too. That we should be getting a public demo and maybe a Kickstarter starting soon. I think he said summer. So that game's not set to release till next year, but we should be getting something if you do Kickstart and stuff.
Yeah, I think it might be a little off still. I don't think it's. Yeah.
He said summer. I'm pretty sure he said summer for the
demo
and the Kickstarter to start. Maybe it was late summer. It might have been late summer. I can't remember. But
super hyped about that.
Yeah.
Yep. So what about Tachyon? I think we brought that footage in, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah, sweet.
So this is, I don't really know a whole lot about this game. So this is Tachyon Rider. This is, he's put quite a bit of stuff on Reddit about this. And he is doing a Kickstarter, right? So.
Yeah, I think it looks cool. It just looks super Tron-esque. Anything different like this just looks awesome. Now, it's kind of like a mix, I think, between like Tron and what Lo-Fi is doing a little bit. But, I mean, visually, it looks really cool. It looks super interesting.
Yeah,
maybe he could even push this to the Quest. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He said, so he said it's a retro cyber racer and RPG designed for VR.
Yep.
So, I mean, we don't have a whole lot of info. We haven't been in this game at all, so we can't tell you if you should kickstart it or anything like that. We have no idea. This is just something we've seen, and we haven't talked to this developer or anything, but it looks really cool. I mean, I like the lighting and the different. I mean, it's very colorful.
I like the interior lighting on the car, like under the dash.
Yeah,
really like that. It does. Cool. I think it looks really cool. I just like the look of it and stuff. Yeah, we haven't seen it yet. I wish, but not yet.
I might have the. Yeah, I do. So I have the website thing for his Kickstarter. Pulled up.
Yeah.
So that is here.
Yeah.
So it looks like he has a $3,000 goal, and he's at $1,752 now. 153 backers, 26 days to go. So he put on there that this is an all or nothing Kickstarter. So I guess if he doesn't get it, he's not going to make the game.
Sure. Well, you can't devote too much time into something that you can't afford to. I mean.
Yeah. So I mean, there's different pledges: $5, $10.
What was the pledge for the game?
There's a bunch of them. So there's a $5 one, a $15 one. I think it goes up to like $3,000 or something.
15. So it's $15 for the game.
Oh, okay, digital copy. Yeah.
Yeah, first one's just a pledge. But yeah, that's awesome. That's super cool.
I mean, it looks neat. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this on the Reddit. It was on the Reddit pages quite a bit, but. So a $500 one, Tachyon Rider, all rewards. Work with me to design and or voice a character. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm getting some crackling from your mic. I don't know if you guys can hear that if it comes through, but every once in a while it like crackles through the.
Yeah, I just picked up my phone. It could have been.
Yeah, his phone. We figured this out last night. His phone, for some reason, the phone signal like interferes with the mic, and it's really weird. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the video though, but it comes through my headset or my.
I was just looking. PD finally woke up and said he's getting some coffee.
Well, it's about time. Man.
Oh, man, I'm just running out. This is sad. I'm burning through my coffee. I was so thirsty this morning. I did cheat. I did have one sip before we went live because it was sitting here and I couldn't take it any longer.
Yeah.
But man, it's so hard for me to hold out in the morning. So hard. Especially when everyone in chat before the show we went live was like, oh yeah, I got my coffee. Who had 4 cups? Somebody had 4 cups already before.
Yeah, I can't remember who that was, but yeah, somebody had a bunch.
I know.
So that game does look cool. You can check it out. And make your determination. If you do kickstart it, let us know. We haven't kickstarted or anything. I don't know if we might. I don't know. It looks cool. I mean,
I think I will.
Money wise, it's not bad. So for the game.
Yep. the other one that just dropped too was why is it escaping me? Helicopter combat.
Combat helicopter, I think.
Combat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Combat helicopter. Sorry.
So that just released.
He just dropped it. Yeah, it's an early release, but I mean, he did drop something. Definitely.
So I don't have the audio playing on here, so we can talk over this. But this is just footage that he put up, I think, yesterday. So this is available on Steam now. You went into it just for a little bit right before the show.
I literally did right before we went on the show and stuff, just because I wanted to see it. And it's still a work in progress, and he knows there's some bugs and stuff in it. It's definitely playable. It's still early, so do be warned of that. But it's still it is fun. It's fun to get into, and there are grenades already in the helicopter, so those are already in there. Yeah. But yeah, he's still working on it and stuff. But at least it does get people in and gets a little bit of an insight.
This is basically like an early access kind of a thing right now. It's definitely still being worked on. So, and did you do any of the destructible environments? Did you blow some stuff up?
Even the big buildings and stuff were destructible.
Really?
Like, I think literally everything. I don't think there was anything that wasn't destructible. You do have like damage on the helicopter too, so you can take hits, and there are guns shooting back at you, turrets and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely playable. I'm still a little finicky on the controls and stuff. I'm sure a little practice I would get used to it. But yeah, the night really looks really good. Like where he has like it lit and stuff, looks really cool at night.
So I have not been in this one yet. I will get in there, but so it looks pretty cool though. I am curious to see what it looks like inside.
Yeah, it's an early build, definitely, but he's definitely got potential. And I mean, a lot of times too, these guys put out prices, and then the bigger the game gets too, the more expensive they can get. But
yeah, I think it's like $18 right now.
Yeah, I think so. Yep, I think that sounds right. But yeah, it's pretty cool though. Any reason to get in a helicopter? I just want to start flying something in real life. That's my problem.
Yeah,
I do.
Well, VR is definitely cheaper to fly helicopters than in real life, so
a lot cheaper to wreck too, and safer.
Yeah. Less fear of death for sure.
I know, right? I was trying to teach you how to fly. We were doing a co-pilot in
what is that?
X-Plane.
X-Plane
11.
Yeah.
And I was trying to teach him how to fly and stuff. Oh my gosh, I was dying watching him fly.
I'm not very good. I'm not very good at any of the flight simulator games, especially X-Plane that is like super simulation.
It is.
Because it's like, literally takes me like 30 minutes to figure out how to get the parking brake off, and you can't go anywhere until you get the parking brake off. That's like the first step, but there's like 5 million switches everywhere, and I'm like pushing all these. He's like, stop pushing all the buttons. I'm like, but there's so many buttons, how do I stop?
It's funny. It was funny just to let you go at it and see what happens.
Awesome. Oh, James McLaughlin said his Mammut grips are being delivered today. As a point of reference for those wondering how long delivery might take for you, I ordered them 2 weeks ago and live on the East Coast. So I think they might be sold out though now. I'm not sure if they got them back in stock yet.
I don't know if they've replenished anything yet, but I think it said next shipment was it June still? Might have been June still, I thought.
And we still have a set of those to give away.
We do have a set to give away.
So we did give one away, and that got shipped this past week, and it showed up yesterday. Yeah, so we do have another one away to give away through Discord, and people said that they can hear that crackling too when it does that through your mic. So leave your phone away. Yeah. So maybe Tyler get a different mic, because we tried it with mine and it doesn't pick it up at all. Right. So I have no idea what it is. It's something really weird, but so hopefully it doesn't keep doing that for you, because I didn't know if I could only hear it or if you could too. But
actually, you know what? I'm gonna take this off. I did get a new smartwatch. I wonder if that does it.
I don't know. So somebody asked, DLG27 asked, are there missions in Combat Helicopter? Did you play any missions?
There's actually, they had 3 different missions, and you have to destroy what he's calling assets. One's during the day, one's over water, and one is at night. And there is like a basic tutorial and stuff. And there's still stuff to work on, so even some of the grip and trigger stuff, isn't 100% yet. Yeah. But there are a couple missions and stuff. It's still a little tricky just to get the balance of it right. Those are hard. The throttles on all that stuff are, tricky. But there are missions for sure.
So gaming science teacher said, I keep compulsively checking the tracking for my VR cover. One stayed away right now, which Tyler already has his VR cover. I haven't even got tracking for mine yet. So maybe mine's like still pushed back, but yeah, I don't even know when I ordered that. It's been a little while, but I still don't have a tracking number. I just keep hoping. I've been compulsively checking the mailbox, just hoping it just randomly shows up. But
just didn't get a tracking number or something.
Yeah. So Gaming and Still Life did pledge on Tachyon Rider
on
Kickstarter, so that's cool. So if you do get that, I'm sure he'll do a video on it too. So we'll check that out if he gets that before we do or anything. I don't know, but
it does look cool. What other good games we got?
I don't know.
Standout updates. I still haven't yet to be in Standout. I still haven't played Standout yet since the update. I haven't played Contractors yet either.
Yes, you have. Just not on the Oculus Store. You've played it on Steam, but
right?
Yeah, Standout. I haven't. They've updated a bunch of games. Actually, we need to get back into Onward too. They did some pretty big updates in there. Like pretty much all of these games have been updated pretty recently. So we definitely need to get in and play some more maybe this weekend.
No, it's funny. I actually don't have that many hours in Contractors. I was just looking.
Really?
55. I don't think that's a lot.
Yeah, we have I think 70 something in Standout, or maybe close to 100.
Yeah, but for how much we play, I just feel like
yeah.
I mean, like short change.
Contractors just came out end of last year, like December of last year.
Right.
So it really hasn't been out all that crazy long.
Wouldn't be why. Yeah, I don't know. Standout. I have 130 hours.
Dang.
So that's a lot. Yeah, we used to play a lot of Standout too, but I need to get back into that for sure.
So Paradise Decay just said he actually took his VR cover off his Quest now. I find Quest more comfortable with it off, sadly, which that's hard to believe. I haven't tried it on the Quest yet. Mine hasn't showed up yet, but you really like yours, right? I love the mine on the CV1.
Now, see, that's why I have a hard problem with, some people were saying, we had one of our videos showed up on Reddit, so of the VR cover video that we did. I didn't want to make a review video on that because I feel everybody's opinion would be 100% different.
Yeah.
Because of everyone's face shape is different, where stuff rests, where stuff hits. So I feel like that's a hard thing to tell somebody, like, yes, it's 100% better. Yes, it's better for me, but to tell somebody it's going to be better for them, I think that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, really. And I'm wondering, too, if Paradise Decay, if he's using the pleather one or if he's using, like, just the fabric one that goes over. Because that pleather, I think, feels really nice on my face. Like for me, the Quest is
thicker one on.
Yeah, for me the Quest is kind of itchy and scratchy. It's kind of like similar to the Go, like the same kind of part that rests on your face. But
yeah.
So Flem said Onward's update has improved graphics. I do need to get in there. Yeah. I'll probably try to get in there today.
I'm curious with the gun stock stuff too, which for me, I currently don't have a gun stock I can use because the controllers don't fit in my cups currently. So
yeah, I know I need to order some new cups too for the.
I'm a little bit of
the
a
Pro Tube, and I'm kind of interested to check out the Mammut too. Once the
That's
Mammut,
what I was just gonna say.
We'll probably get some of those and check those out. So Chatty or CHATIE got the code, so he got the Contractors Oculus Store code. So that's awesome.
Well, I think he was in here last week too.
We didn't say much when we put it up there, so I actually forgot about that one. But the Contractors is a great game, and you can also sign up for the Gleam giveaway. So we have another one to give away on Gleam. So we'll run that for a week. It'll end next Saturday, I think, at 10:30. So
I think there's 3 ways to enter on there.
Yeah, I can't remember. There's Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. And Tayden said, I was watching a documentary in science class, and there was a kid on there using the HTC Vive, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's definitely growing. And I honestly, so one of my buddies at work, him and his wife went to this house tour thing in this neighborhood where it's all these new model homes, and these are like close to $1 million houses. And he was in there, and he showed me this quick video, which it didn't show much. But so in this brand new house that was close to $1 million, had a basement, and in the basement had a VR room. No joke. I haven't even told you this yet. So it actually had a legit VR room. So all the walls were kind of like a darker gray with like some graphics on it. And the only thing that was in the room was a PlayStation VR. And they just had a chair in the middle of the room. This was like a brand new model home. So I know Anthony on VR365 talked about the future of how, someday you'll be able to buy houses and it'll have dedicated VR spaces. And that's happening.
I don't know about that though. Because why do you need a dedicated space anymore? If everything's going the way of like Quest, maybe.
Well, you still want a big room that you can move all around. That's pretty empty, and I mean that's what this was PlayStation VR though, which obviously you're not moving that much. But I mean it was. Yeah. I mean the whole model house was decked out. I mean there was stuff they paid like $20 to do this whole big tour. There was catered food at all these places. I mean they were fully furnished houses, and it had one room that was just a big room that was just dedicated to VR. And that's all that was in there. You know what I mean? Like, and so I told him, I said, man, next time you go get like better pictures, take a video of just inside that room so we can show it on here. Yeah, but just the fact that even happened, and like, I mean, it was a model home and they had a VR headset in there. Like nobody lives there. That's nobody's headset. That's just a model house that is showing off a VR room, which I thought was awesome. I mean, granted, it's like $1 million house,
but far to people who are setting up houses.
I mean, it's something that I don't know. I was just blown away that even happened. Like that a model home would even do that. I thought that was really cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, because it's a lot easier for them to do that than put a theater room in. I'm sure. So.
Yeah.
Which goes for anybody. I mean, a lot cheaper to buy a headset than build a theater room. So, but same principle.
Pretty awesome. I just thought that was really cool. So if I can get some pictures of that or something for the next time, I will. I don't know. I probably won't be able to unless somebody else he was with got better pictures or video. But
I want to use a garage, like a garage space, so I can have my cars there, have a VR section right beside it. It'd be awesome.
Yeah. The only bad thing with that, you would need like a heated and cooled garage.
Well, I kind of know a plumber, so I could do that. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that would be cool. I know. Yeah, I know you're gonna have to do something with your new place now.
Yeah.
For a VR room. So yeah, it'll give.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Hopefully, I'd like to do. Yeah, I don't know. I want to have like a stream space where we have a desk set up, like maybe with my back against the wall, and then still plenty of space to play. So that'll be interesting. I'll hopefully get some help on the Discord or something on how to set that up and stuff. But
yeah.
So Paradise. Go ahead.
No, I haven't thought about what I want to do either.
Yeah.
For a space, I know I want to do something really different, but I have some ideas, but nothing I want to give away yet. But,
right.
But
yeah, this one definitely, like, this desk is tiny. Like, I barely have enough space to fit all this because I never planned on doing this. I just wanted a little desk to have a monitor, a keyboard, and a mouse with my computer down on the bottom.
Yeah, we both talked about that. We're like, why do we have an actual desk when we need a standing desk? So we made them both higher.
Yeah.
Because we were never sitting ourselves.
And we were only using them to play VR, really.
Right, exactly.
So, and Paradise Decay said that he has the leather VR cover. It's just not working for me. It could be the Quest design. I did love the VR cover on my CV1. So, and that's, I mean, everybody's different. Like, I mean, every single headset shape, face, I mean, everybody's different. So it's hard to say. So he doesn't like it.
The only issue I have with, and not the cover, but with the Quest is just because of the weight on the front.
That's what
I feel like the headsets really need to be fine-tuned vertically on your face. And I feel like it wants to settle as I play a little. And I get a little blurriness to it, so I just have to make sure I adjust it back up or pull the strap down in the back. That's my only. I need like either a counterweight.
I feel like they should have put.
Over the top.
I feel like they should have put like maybe some of the compute power, the battery on the back of the head, just to balance it out. So I'm like, one thing with the Index is that is a heavy headset compared to everything else. That thing weighs. I mean, it's like close to 2 pounds, which is ridiculous. But everybody says it's comfortable because it's balanced. It's balanced very well.
And their strap, I feel like, comes back straight and then very low as well. Like they're really getting it low in the back too.
So I'll be interested to see how comfortable that is because the Quest is not comfortable for me, but I still love it. I absolutely love the Quest headset. So
actually, though, when we were playing, like when we were playing Dead and Buried, I didn't mind it. Like,
I didn't notice as much.
Playing, I don't think about it.
Yeah, it's when I'm doing things that aren't as intense, like that I'm not as immersed into worrying about who's coming around the corner, where am I shooting, I need a new gun, you know what I mean? Like that. Yeah. I didn't notice it then as much.
I don't have time to itch my face.
Yeah. So, and definitely check out Box VR if you haven't checked that out. I'm loving that game.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, you do love that.
And the wife is in chat. She can talk about it. She played it this morning. She played it. We had a mover come over to give us an estimate on moving all of our stuff to the new house. And she was like, well, I got at least like 20 minutes before he shows up, so I'm going to play. And I was like, all right. So she was in the living room. I was in here setting this stuff up, and she was in the living room playing.
It only takes one game, one experience, one app for somebody.
And the Quest is just so easy. It's so easy to grab it, throw it on, you're good. You're ready to go. Like, it doesn't take any time to set up. Like,
nope, I know. So. Doesn't matter where you're at. Doesn't matter boundaries.
Yep.
Yeah. And the fact that the boundaries it recognizes. How many does it save? It said 5, I thought.
I don't know. I know some people have had some issues with it saving. And it doesn't always save for me either. Like if I switch between this room and the living room, sometimes it works fine and it says confirm boundary, and other times it makes you set it up again.
I think a lot of times it depends on lighting too, because if your lighting's not the same, you have a shadow coming across your floor, like right in the middle.
Yeah,
it's going to see that and it thinks it's something.
Yeah, if something moved a little bit, I don't know what it is, but that should get better too as time goes on. And Paradise Decay said the Rift S doesn't need any cover. It's the most comfortable HMD I've tried in over 2 years.
Yeah,
and I agree, it is extremely comfortable. The only thing I don't like about it is the foam will soak up a lot of sweat if you do get sweaty. So I still prefer the VR cover for that, just because I like but the foam is really comfortable. I just don't know how long that factory foam will last. I like the design of the Index, that magnetic, just real quick swappable. Like I do like that
just
a lot.
Quality. I like quality, just over the top products like that, and you get what you pay for.
Yeah, it better be quality for $1,000.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I'm curious to see if anybody between now and when it drops too says anything. And maybe they will at E3, probably not, because it really doesn't do much with that. But the port in the front of the Index.
Yeah, the frunk.
Yeah, the frunk, whatever.
That's so weird.
Yeah. But if somebody's going to release something for that, because I still, even in my mind, don't know a really good purpose for it yet. And I'm sure some developers don't either yet till they play with it.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know yet. The only thing I think of, is like a Leap controller.
Yeah, Leap Motion. That's like the first thing everybody thinks of, but
that got bought out. But
and Anthony said, he talked about a long time ago about an LCD display or like a like an LED display where you can say words. Yeah, somebody did do that. So, I mean, they put the measurements out there, so anybody can build something for it, too. So, I think that'll be really interesting to see what all we get. That'll be really cool. Right. I like when people add stuff like that just, make it expandable and kind of, in a sense, updatable.
The only thing I thought would be cool to make, which you could almost do yourself, would be have a fan, have just like a little like USB-style fan that like drop down, and then whenever it sensed forward motion, it would blow air at your face. So you would feel like you were moving. It would be gradual, you know what I mean? But something just super simple like that just leads to a whole different dimension of diversity.
Yeah, that's a good idea. They actually they had the little fans for the Vive, but that was just to keep you cool. That didn't do, but like what you're saying, that's actually really cool. And you can do that because it's controlled by the USB. So you could send the signal and it could be in the programming of the game.
Yep. You got it forward movement on a stick, triggers a fan. Yep.
That's actually a really good idea, and I wonder if that would help with motion sickness some.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? Because if people have that sense of some kind of movement, even though you're not moving, you have the air moving. That's actually a genius idea. Why don't you build that? Just go build that. Or something.
I don't have the time, man. I would.
I know.
If I had the time.
For real, time is definitely of the essence.
But could you like a roller coaster and like feeling like the wind go past you or something? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Speaking of roller coaster, that video you did, that was pretty amazing.
So we talked about it on the show.
Manufacturer reach out about this now and everything too. Yeah.
Yeah. So we talked about it on the show. We talked about going to Busch Gardens, and I was going to try to take the Views XR and get some footage. And I did do that. We did go to Busch Gardens. We actually didn't go Saturday. We went on Sunday. But it was kind of hard because you weren't supposed to take things on the roller coaster and hold them. So basically, I kind of snuck them on there a little bit. And once the roller coaster would get to the top of the hill, I would bust the camera out and hold it there. And but it worked really good. And we put that up so you can see that. And it's best if you watch it in a VR headset like a Go or a Quest or whatever. I think Steam has a YouTube app. And so the Views camera people saw it, and they asked us if they could use the footage on. They want to put it in their newsletter and on their site or something.
Next week or something.
So I think this coming week they're gonna put that up, and so that was pretty cool. We got some other cool ideas to do with it too that we're gonna try out. But hopefully with the Quest and stuff becoming so popular that a lot more people will watch the 180 stuff and the 360 stuff, because I really think it's cool. I like watching that stuff.
Yeah.
So
the other one I thought of is you should bring some. We could take some of our guns out and do a first-person gun shooting with a VR camera. That would be kind of sick.
Yeah, we could.
A lot of people haven't actually shot guns. Real
guns, real steel.
Real guns. Yeah, exactly.
I guess it depends on what country you live in too. Some people don't have that kind of access.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll probably do something like that. We could go over to our buddy Dave's house. Tyler did a video a while back of us shooting skeet and stuff over there.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But
all kinds of fun ideas.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So we also have the time traveling Navy SEAL Ninja Warrior.
Yep.
So he's on our Discord and stuff. We talked to him quite a bit. He actually sent us keys for like beta keys, and we need to get in there maybe this weekend. Yes. And so this is some of the new footage he put up that he's been working on this game here, and this is pretty cool. I really like the one part in here, and it's coming up where he basically uses rocket launchers to thrust himself up in the air. So I commented, I was like, did you just use right here? I was like, did you just use rocket launchers to shoot yourself up in the air? Which I thought was awesome. That looks pretty cool.
That is.
So we'll get in here and check this one out, but it's pretty cool, and I'm pretty sure he's a younger.
This is awesome.
Yeah, he's a younger kid. He just got out of school. I think that he did some school for this kind of stuff, and he's putting it to use now. So
it's awesome.
So that's pretty cool. So this is called Time Traveling Navy SEAL Ninja Warrior.
There you go.
So this I can't remember when he wanted to plan on having this done, but I think he is going to give away some keys on here once it is all done.
I think he was in chat a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about the name, because he even said he didn't know if that was going to be the name.
Yeah, he said it had a special meaning to him, though. Like, it was something that... So I don't know if he will change it. I don't think he has yet. And at this point, he might not. And I'm starting to remember it now. At first, it was hard. When I first heard it, it was like, oh, what was that name again? And now I'm starting to remember it. But
yeah. If that sticks, people will shorten it.
Yeah. Lefty 007 said need to fix that name. So it is a hard name to remember, but I guess it does mean something special to him. I don't know exactly the details, but yeah.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
That's funny. What's that?
What's what?
What's that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna play our music video, not our music video. It's becoming a music video. No.
Benji's?
Yeah.
Oh, I still listen to that sometimes. It gets stuck in my head, and I just.
Not a coffee.
So Shiny Robot actually just said anyone interested in Cat Loco could work well. So we do have that video. We're going to show that too. Leave this key up here for a second, see if anybody grabs that. So this is Wander on the Oculus Quest, and this is a basically Google Street View in VR kind of. I mean, it's really cool though. They got some 360 video or pictures that you can go to places like inside some places. There's a random generator where you can hit a random button. It'll take you to a random place in the world. And it's pretty cool. I really like it, actually, because we don't have...
I like the time difference where you can step
right, yeah. And we don't have Google Earth. We don't have Google Earth on Quest for some reason. So.
Yeah, that's true.
But, I mean, this is pretty similar. The only thing I think the main difference is you can't fly. Like on Google Earth, you can fly it, move around and stuff. But what's what? The code. So if somebody grabs that, let us know. We'll talk about this Cat Loco. I did actually forget about that. I'm glad Shiny Robot brought that up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I'm going to go ahead and pull it down. I'm sure somebody's gotten it by now.
Oh, yeah.
And if not, they'll have to rewatch to get it.
You can rewind.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So...
I want to play some Population 1.
So this is Cat Loco. I don't have the audio. We're just going to talk about it. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this. But Cat Loco did a lot of the... They tried to do like the treadmill type stuff for a while. And
I wasn't really a big fan of the treadmill stuff.
They're expensive. They're bulky.
Right.
So this does seem like a better option to me. I do, if you watch the video here, it's kind of cool the way you can traverse with just like put it on cruise control, they call it, and you can strafe and stuff like that with just stepping your foot out.
Right.
And I think this is probably great for people that get motion sickness because this should eliminate motion sickness because your body's tricked into thinking it's actually moving.
Sure.
For me, I don't know that this is something I would really use because
That's what I said too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't feel a need for it, but it does lead to immersion. It would absolutely help with motion sickness and actually early on in VR, a lot of people said if you just pace and step when you're moving, it totally takes away that feeling of nausea. And
yeah, you could do that. And there was that game that we played, and I don't remember what it was. It was a shooter game that basically you bounced, and that's how you walked. Remember? I can't remember what it was, but that was how you moved in the game, and it wasn't any kind of add-on. It just like saw your head bounce probably, and that's how you moved. And that was kind of cool. I mean, for me, I'm so used to it that I prefer the stick movement, and I don't mind moving with the stick at all. But I mean, I think this is cool that they're constantly trying to better, their products and trying to find something that is going to work. And some people might really like this. They had another one too that Tyrell Wood put out that was a different brand that did something similar to this, but I feel like this one's actually a little bit better with the way that they strafe and cruise control. I don't know that the other one had. I think it was called Walk OVR.
Okay.
And it was similar to this. Basically, you clip these sensors on your feet and your belt or whatever, and that one actually seemed a little bit harder to set up. Like, not set up, but a little bit more time to put on.
Sure.
And this one seems a little bit more streamlined.
Yep.
So, but
I think this would be, they show it all with shooter and stuff, and maybe that's just the market or they feel there's more people. I think it would be way better with like workout stuff or yoga stuff.
Yeah.
Where you have like placement of so it sees your feet moving and knows because, just like in box VR, it's only really seeing your hands and stuff.
Right.
But if you can implement, stepping and stuff like that into it as well.
I mean, like the high step, you got to get your legs up moving and stuff like that. Yeah, you could do some stuff like that. That's actually a good idea. So the other problem that I have with this is just the one more barrier to getting into VR. So if you want to play something now, you have to turn on your computer, you have to put your headset on, you have to put these sensors on. Not that it's a big deal, but it is to me. Like, I mean, that's one thing I like about the Quest. I don't have to do anything but throw it on my head.
It's an accessory. I mean, that's like somebody saying, a gun stock is no good because you have to use it. You know what I mean? Or you carry it on you or have it, but so it's just, if it leads to immersion and it's better for you, I think it's a great product, So I think it's really cool. I do.
For sure.
But,
So, and if you do have any issues with motion sickness, it should help, and that's one option.
Or try pacing and step. I've heard that one's always good. And the other one is just the fan on the desk. So if you're doing a seated, and it does make you motion sick, or even standing, I've heard it works, is put a fan on the desk. A lot of guys say they like that.
Yeah, I like your idea. I want to see somebody do your idea where you talked about the frunk. and the index and putting that fan and adjust with the speed you're walking and stuff in the game. That I really like that.
Ideas go deep.
So Fluke Rogi said, makes you look like you've just been placed under house arrest, and they went overboard with the tracking tags.
They need to, their demo video should have been somebody running from the police or something.
Oh yeah, that'd have been awesome. And it does say this shiny robot said 10-hour battery life, which it does.
Wow.
That's pretty good. So, but I'm sure it's not, using a ton of power for those things. I wouldn't think, but yeah, so that's pretty awesome.
Yep.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm curious if anybody does get these, what they think about it. So if somebody does get them, let us know, because I'm definitely curious. And yeah, shiny robot said no tracking. They're not tracked. No, they're just like a momentum
location
sensor.
Based.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is it just momentum? I thought maybe it was referenced between each other.
It might be. I'm not sure, but I know it's not actually tracked by any of the sensors or anything like that. So so Paradise Decay said his premiere was going to clash with the show, so it's been pushed back. So sometimes we go a little long. We haven't went too long yet, but
I know. Well, make sure, just give me a second to get a refill. I got a little more coffee out there, so I need to grab some before you start it.
So definitely check out Paradise Decay's premiere after the show. That is going to be Winter Fury, the longest road. Yep. Yeah, so it's at noon now, so we should be done by then for sure.
Yep, we will.
So we'll have to check
that out.
Always
make sure to be done by noon.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
Awesome.
What else do we have? Trying to look on your stuff and see what else we got.
Hopefully Respawn game. Hopefully we'll find out more about the Respawn game at E3.
Yep.
That's definitely something we're hoping for.
Yeah.
And did you see the Mario Kart K1 Speed thing in California?
I did. Yeah, that arcade.
So that was really cool. I think it was on Upload or something like that. But the only thing that I didn't like about it is I wish they would have used motion chairs. Like motion simulators, you know what I mean? Because they had the steering wheel and stuff, but they were just stationary seats. They didn't move.
It's a whole nother setup, the motion chairs.
I know, but I mean, that's like a location-based thing. Like, I would think that would be something.
Is that a permanent thing, though, or is that just like temporary?
I think it's permanent.
Oh, maybe. Maybe it is.
So it says, allows 4 players to become Mario, Luigi, Peach, or Yoshi before virtually racing through Mushroom Kingdom in stationary carts with haptic feedback. And it says it has Vive trackers that are used to allow players to reach up and grab items to throw at opponents, which part is really cool.
I actually didn't catch that.
Yeah, that part is really cool. That would definitely add to the immersion, but if they had the motion sim rigs too, though, that would just be, I feel like that would be awesome.
Could you imagine like the cart like feeling like it was sliding?
I feel like there's so many cool location-based things they can do with VR, though. Like, it opens up the world so much.
It's so hard, though, because you'd have to have so many people come through because the startup cost and all that.
And I'm sure like that.
And not that arcade stuff isn't cheap. I mean, I know arcade machines are 10, 15,000, upwards of 40, 50,000 for some of the bigger ones. So So I mean, it's probably not bad compared to that, but man.
Yeah, it'd be cool though. I'd love to check that out, but that's in California, so that's on the other end of the world.
Right.
Well, not the world, but you know what I mean. But I guess they had it launched in Washington D.C., London, and Tokyo. They had previous locations there.
That's cool.
But I don't think that one's there now. So
I would have flown to London, man. I want to go to London.
Let's go. We can do a live stream from London, right?
I know we could. I know. I want to go there so bad. I'd move there if I could. I love it.
Have you ever been?
No,
I've never been.
Boy, I'm going over there. The wife wants to go to Italy, and we're definitely going to England. I mean,
that'd be sweet.
I'm a super British fan, like from over here.
You like the British cars and everything. Tyler actually posted a picture of hit one of his cars on the Discord that he was out cruising the other day. Had some nice weather.
Yeah, we had to get out. Our house is chaotic, so
and I actually wanted to post that picture on here. I forgot to grab it, but you actually posted a picture of your car in real life and your car in Forza Horizon. Yeah. And it, like, when I first saw it, I was like, wait a minute, one of those isn't real. Like, it took me a second to realize. I mean, it looked really good. The computer generated one looked amazing. So
it is. It's fun. It gave me something to do. I bought the game literally just for doing that, probably.
Yeah, pretty much. So I can't wait till we get that in VR. That's what I want.
Oh my gosh, I know.
You could sell the car. You wouldn't need it anymore.
I know.
You just drive it in VR.
Yeah, it's right-hand drive though in the game, so I would love that too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's funny.
Yep.
Steve Drumheller said rains a lot in London. It's been raining a lot here. I don't know about in Ohio, but I'm in Virginia, and so that was yesterday. I think yesterday and today it's been mostly rainy, but we've had a lot of nice weather before that.
I actually have the Targa top for my car, so I could drive it in the rain.
Oh, there you go. You'd fit right in over there.
I know. I dream of it someday.
Yeah, so Paradise Decay said if you guys get to the UK, let us know. Lots of us would be up for a meet. That would be awesome. It seems like there's a lot of the VR people in the UK and stuff. There's a lot of them.
So actually, I've looked at some of the analytics from like our videos and stuff, and I would say I think it's probably 40% of our 35% of our viewers are.
Huh.
So which is awesome. I mean, and the time zone difference too, I know can make things a little tough.
Right.
You know, it's not the same time, and I know over here in the States, we're having coffee, and obviously some of you guys aren't. But we really appreciate you guys being here. I wish I was there. So super jealous.
If we ever do, we will definitely do that for sure. Yeah. And same thing if you guys ever come over here too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that'd be awesome.
For a convention or something. We talked about it. I think we may try and hit up something here. We're going to try and plan a trip. To
go probably next year. Next year. So Tyrell Wood is going to be at E3. So if you follow him on Twitter, he is going to be at E3, so I'm excited to see what kind of stuff he brings us from E3. I'm looking forward to that. So, and he puts out a lot of good stuff. Anyway, he popped in here for a second last weekend. He was actually on a plane flying somewhere, and he popped into the chat for a second. So, but yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I hope we get something good. Like, I know I'm stoked right now about Index and stuff, and I've got the S, I've got the Quest and stuff. I'm still excited for Index, but that's where I'm at right now, and I'm super jealous that. Actually, this game too, I actually haven't even played yet.
I haven't either. I have not went into it yet either. I need to.
Right, which is Thunder God, if you guys will.
Yep, so this is on Steam. It's kind of like a Thor's Hammer kind of a game that, like I said, we showed the trailer last week, but neither one of us have been into it yet. But it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of like a wave.
It looks kind of like a wave hammer thrower game. I don't know, but yeah, so... Right. That's awesome. Paradise Decay said it's a perfect time for us here. Tea time.
There you go. Exactly. Yeah, I'm down with that.
That's awesome.
I know. I just want to go to the pub over there. Oh, speaking of pub, so Paradise, did you wear your VR cover shirt to the pub? Because you said you might, and I'm curious.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. We need to get some of those shirts.
I know.
Those shirts are pretty cool.
I got my Game Boy shirt on today.
Yeah, you do. I need to get some of these cool shirts. I don't have a lot of cool shirts. I wear a lot of plain shirts.
Yeah, I do too sometimes. Depends on what I'm doing. But yeah. Yep.
So...
Was there... Man, so, speaking of like add-ons and stuff, I always thought because I had to get a new smartwatch, which I won't get close because it might be messing.
It's already crackling right now for a second.
Seriously?
Yeah, I did, but go ahead.
Okay. So I wish that they could implement some way, because that works over Wi-Fi, if you could put some type of like controls on a smartwatch. I'm going back to From Other Suns, where you had a watch on your hand you would touch. So it's too bad you couldn't actually like have buttons like on a physical watch. But I guess it wouldn't matter. It's all in VR anyways. But that would be kind of cool to have like a physical. What was that game we talked about a couple weeks ago on the show, where they were implementing 3D printed items into the game that were location based? You could keep them. Kind of like that. Yeah, how you made the control sticks or something.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Now, but something like that. I just think to bring stuff in would really just do a lot for VR. I really do.
For sure. It definitely adds to the immersion.
Oh, it does. Someone's got to be on board with the fans. Someone's got to make.
Somebody needs that. Yeah.
Somebody
needs to do that.
Give me some props for it. I don't want any money.
So Paradise Decay said hasn't been to the pub yet, but was planning tonight. But no one is out.
Ah, nice. So. Need to. Borrow my car and take 2 if you want.
So Nathan will be at E3 as well. So I'm sure a lot of people will. I don't know who all will be for sure. I know Tyrell said something yesterday, but that's awesome that Nathan will be there too. I'm really excited for E3 this year. I really am, and I'm not normally. So.
Right. Hopefully he doesn't try and steal anything from this show.
He doesn't try to steal anything?
He put out a video, I think, of I forget what it was, when he was trying to steal.
I do kind of remember that.
Yeah.
There was one guy that I saw that put out a video on Reddit after that before the Quest and stuff got released, and he basically took a bunch of clips of like Nathan and people that had the Quest headset already, and he like superimposed himself into the video of like walking up behind him as they're talking and taking the Quest headset and walking off, and he did like 5 different people. I don't know how he did that, but it was actually really funny.
A lot of work.
It was really cool actually.
It is. That's awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
Let's see. I was gonna check. So.
I hope he's picking up a cell phone again.
Can you hear it? Seriously?
No, not right now, but...
Freaking me out, man. No, it's bad. I don't get why... something would pick up in a microphone from a cell phone. I mean, I get
I have no
power
clue.
if it was by the wire and stuff like that, but I don't know, it's super strange.
So we picked up a couple new subscribers today, though. We just want to thank them. The Elite,
Oh, nice.
Double O, and Jude the Cat 1.
Nice. Yeah, Jude was actually while we were setting stuff up, and it actually came through.
Yeah, it came through on the screen here while we were
setting.
setting stuff up. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I definitely appreciate that. Yeah, we were cracking
And if you don't have, like, a lot of people don't have their, they have it set to private for all of their stuff that when they subscribe to people. So if you do subscribe and we don't say anything on the show or it doesn't pop up, that's because you're set to private. So if you change that from being set to private, it should show up.
Yep,
across the show here. So
I do want to say the one thing that's really funny is I feel like everyone's putting a lot of Quest videos out. Don't get me wrong, there's a ton of them out there.
Right.
But the one that cracks me up is every time I see one and somebody's like using the Quest at a basketball field.
Oh yeah,
like
Paradise Decay's done a couple of those that were pretty cool. He did Box VR at a gym. He did the bowling game. I can't think of what it's called now. Sports Scramble at a bowling alley. That was pretty funny, and he said some people were interested in what he was doing. So I mean, it's a good way to get it out there of like, oh, what is that? Because I mean, there's a lot of the mainstream people that still don't know what the Quest is. I mean, they have no idea.
Just let people try it. Actually.
Yeah,
like,
for sure. And I think he said he did do that.
It is cool.
So.
It's just funny to see all the places they go. I need to get a guy to take me up on a plane and do something like I can't do X-Plane, but Ultra Wings or something.
While you're on an actual plane.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be cool. That would be awesome.
I could sit I could put my phone up, on the dash and let the guy, when I bank left, he banks left. I mean, that would be.
That would be ridiculous. Sounds awesome though.
I know.
Totally down.
Yep. I'm down.
And definitely don't forget to sign up for the Gleam key. There is a Gleam key. If you just joined, there's a Gleam key, a Gleam link in the video description. So you can sign up we're going to give away another Contractors game key, and that will run for this whole week, and it'll end, I think, Saturday at 10:30. So
I threw a ton of links actually in the description today, even before we started. I feel like the stand, so that stand stuff's in the description.
I'm curious about that. That is pretty cool. I like that it charges it and it displays it as well. It's pretty cool.
Yep, I do too. Yeah. What else? Did I say? Oh, the shoot, I had it. I'm forgetful today.
You haven't drank enough coffee.
I drank too much coffee. Probably.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. You're ODing right now.
That's bad.
I need to get in some Box VR and burn some calories after this.
I need to put the headset on for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So.
Yeah, I was trying to think if there's anything new coming out in this next week. Is there any new games about to drop?
I don't know. I mean, we got a couple new ones on the Quest. We got it for the first time this past week. We did get a couple new games for that, which hopefully they said that they plan on having 100 games in the library by the end of this year.
Right.
So that's pretty good. So we should be getting a lot and I guarantee we're going to get some stuff from E3 too that we don't even know about yet. So
yeah, hopefully some of them go for. I mean, hopefully they just don't name drop stuff or throw images out. Hopefully they actually drop something.
Yeah, that's what I want too. But even just knowing about what is coming, it at least gets us excited.
Oh sure,
it gives us something to talk about. So.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I can't wait.
So, yeah, I don't know of anything off the top of my head. I know Zed came out. We haven't gotten into Zed yet. I think somebody mentioned that in chat earlier about Zed, and that's kind of got a little bit of mixed reviews, but overall, I hear that it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely my style of game.
Yeah, you need to get into that one.
It's one of those games that I usually don't want to get into until I have like a lump set of time, like a couple hours, to where I can devote to like just being gone in VR.
It's no fun to get in there for 10 minutes and you're just getting into it. I mean, it takes you that long just to kind of figure out the flow of the game and what you need to do. And
I want one of those nights where I want to stay up late, not care what time it is, something like that.
Yeah.
A lot of those games I'm that way. I mean, any puzzler and stuff for me too. I just want to keep playing. I don't want to stop. Yeah,
and have you got into Shadow Point on the Quest yet?
No, I actually haven't yet, and I need to because that's a big one. I've played a little bit more of Apex Construct.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah, that's really good. That's a lot of fun, which is kind of a puzzler, action, exploring type game.
Yeah.
Not real heavy in one or the other, just kind of,
It's a good mix.
It is, yeah. It's relaxing at least. It's not super high stress at least not yet. And it may be, but
and we're getting Boneworks on June 28th. No, I'm just kidding. I totally hope so, but I mean, I really think they should put it out close to the index release. I don't know that they will, but I am really hoping. I mean, I think that'll be.
I agree.
That's going to be a pretty big competitor for this Game of the Year award that VR365 does. and it'll be curious. I'll be curious to see how it actually is when it comes out, but it looks so good.
Yeah.
Everybody's excited about that.
I like the time change up with Anthony's videos too, by the way.
Yeah, he has been changing up the time altogether.
Yeah.
He's talking about changing his format a little bit and stuff.
Yeah.
The nice thing is I always try to catch him live, but I can't always do that because of the time, because he's on the West Coast, we're on the East Coast, and sometimes it's late. But it's still nice because I still get to listen to it on my way to work or on my way home from work and stuff during especially if I get stuck in traffic. Sometimes it takes me an hour to get home if I'm stuck in traffic. So it's great to have that kind of stuff to listen to. And today he's actually going to be interviewing Phil Yarn. So I know Phil Yarn is definitely a fan of Contractors. He likes Contractors a lot. So I'm sure they'll be talking about some Contractors. We did give out a Contractors key today, so I don't remember who got that, but definitely they can get in there and check that game. It's a great game. I love the game.
I know.
Definitely on my top of the list games.
I know. I agree, man. And actually, we were watching this week too. The player base has gotten a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it's going up.
Yeah.
And that was just on Steam because VR LFG doesn't show Oculus too, and now it is on the Oculus Store, so that should increase even more. I'm sure there's crossplay, I have to imagine. I guess I'm not positive, but I have to imagine there is.
I would think so. I don't know why you wouldn't, but yeah.
Yeah. So
it's doubled almost, I think, in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's been up.
Yeah.
But there's some stiff competition. I mean, Onward is really good. Pavlov, tons of people play Pavlov. Still Zero Caliber, which should be getting PvP pretty soon.
They're dropping maps like once a week now.
Yeah, they've been dropping a bunch of maps.
I know.
So Gamertag VR said the Wizards is great in my opinion. Some lower texture as expected, but overall I was very impressed. And that's on the Quest I'm sure he's talking about. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Definitely another good game to look into. So
I know. There's
Fluke Rogi or Swift Sin Deadly, maybe is what that stands for, said at Fluke Rogi agreed Hellblade is amazing, especially in VR. So that might be a good one to try on the Quest using the new virtual desktop VR mode.
Yeah,
that might be. Although that's a pretty intense game to run, but I don't know how that would be. Some of those kind of games.
You're just streaming the graphics. And stuff,
some of those games I'm curious to try, and I think the best things will be the games that aren't PvP. Like Contractors is a little bit rough because if there's any kind of lag, that shows up in your kills and stuff like that. But there's definitely some cool games to check out. If you guys didn't catch the beginning of the show, definitely check out Virtual Desktop. You are able to stream Steam VR games onto the Quest headset now and actually play the game in 6 degree. Awesome. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So check that out. Definitely going to try that out some more this weekend. So,
are you listening to music?
No. I think the wife is actually playing Box VR. I left the Quest. I can hear it now. I left the Quest in the living room because last time she peeked in here and wanted to get the Quest, but it was sitting behind me and she didn't want to be on the camera. So I left it out in the living room. She just got back, 10 minutes ago or so, and that's where you hear the music. She is playing some Box VR. Awesome. She loves that. So, and I love that because she's never been a fan of VR until more recently. Like she's just finally starting to come around to it. Now she's actually picking it up and wanting to play it without me forcing it on her head. You know what I mean?
So I was thinking, talking about people trying VR and stuff. And on time keep going, but here are they demoing stuff at like Best Buys that people can actually try?
They were supposed to be, but I haven't seen that personally yet. I don't know if anybody else has.
Because they used to do that, and people got to go try it and see it before they bought it. I think you even did before you.
That's the first. Yeah, I played the Climb before I ever bought my CB1. I went there and they had we actually drove to a specific Best Buy because they had a demo station, and I signed up online and went and did my demo, and I was like, I think I texted you, I was like, dude, we got to get this. We got to do this. Like, it's awesome. Yep. So they needed to do that. I'm sure they talked about doing it. I just don't know if they have.
I know. They need to, though, because I know I always saw people trying it and stuff before when I was there. So it would help. I mean, because people don't want to make that big purchase without really knowing either. You know? And the more it gets out there, the more people will try and people will have it. But still, or be jealous seeing stuff online, except that doesn't really justify either.
I think me and you need to do it. I think next time I'm in Ohio, we just need to set up a demo station in a public area, take our Quest, and just put as many people in it as we can. Maybe we'll try to do that. I'll
contact the local mall or something, and we'll set up like Santa in the middle or something. And
Santa? Like they do.
We'll put like a line, like where people line up to get their picture with Santa and stuff.
Oh, dude, that'd be sweet, actually. Let's do that. I'm down. I don't know if they'd let us, but we totally could.
Pop-up arcade, man.
I'm down. Let's do it. No charge. Just let everybody try it. As many people. We'll take some battery banks and some chargers. We got 2 Quest headsets, maybe 3 if I get my wife one. It'll have to be a pink one. We'll have to spray paint it or something.
Like direct Wi-Fi between headsets or something and play like Dead and Buried.
Yeah, I know. That would be awesome. That would be cool.
I mean, I guess I could always take. I guess you couldn't take just a router to do it.
No. Yeah, I mean, you could try. I don't even know if the phone would. I don't think you could do it from the phone, like the LTE on the phone. But Paradise Decay said, "What's Best Buy?" So I guess they don't have Best Buy in the UK.
Yeah, it's different. I'm trying to think what's over there to buy from, but it's our big electronics store over in the States.
So Chatty said, "Pick up the camera and let us see her box." So, I don't know if my camera would actually reach to the living room. I don't think it would, but that'd be pretty funny. So James Davis 911 says he's from Ohio. So me and Tyler are both from Ohio. Tyler's actually still in Ohio. I'm in Virginia now. Yep. But he is from Ohio, so that's pretty cool. Nice. Maybe we'll get him. If he has a quest, we'll have him meet up with us too. We'll have more quests to put people in.
Can you just sneak your phone out and take a picture and then come back in?
Yeah, I could.
She would kill you.
She probably wouldn't like that very well. She might not pick up the headset anymore after that, because then she would, because you don't know what people are doing. She wouldn't trust me anymore. She'd be afraid I'd do something like that.
I'll give you that. Okay. Yeah. All right. I know. Yeah, I know. Meetups would be cool. I want to go over to London. I'm down.
Yeah, we should do some meetups.
I'd have to ship my car over though, because
if we do go to some of the gaming stuff next year, whenever we try to do that, some of the bigger shows and stuff, we'll have to try to do some meetups. That'd be really cool.
That would be super cool. Yeah, we should do. Somebody needs to do a big meetup at one of the events or something. That would be fun. Go to like a VR arcade or something. That would be super fun.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So, well, we've been going for about an hour and a half.
Nice.
So I think we pretty much covered everything we have. So
I think so. Yeah, nothing else.
Yeah. Definitely sign up for the Gleam thing. We will be back next Saturday around the same time, 10 a.m. Eastern time. I think is the plan for next weekend.
Maybe we'll have some better news on when the index is coming, hopefully.
Yeah, and definitely some stuff from E3. There should be plenty to talk about next weekend. Should be plenty.
I really hope so. Yeah. I just hope it's not like a big... I just feel like I'm always disappointed with some of these big shows. I feel like all these companies hold out for their own reveals. I don't think they want to release games, products in the stir of all the other, I think they want their own thunder instead of being, But.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I think I'm definitely anticipating at least something big to release at E3. I don't know if we're going to get Stormlands or Defector or something. I mean, that's my hope. I'll probably be disappointed because Oculus has been disappointing me a lot this year with their release dates, but hopefully that happens. So
Stormlands will be coming next year, don't worry.
Next year, yeah. So Steve Drumheller said I'd meet up with you guys and bring my quest. So I think he is on the East Coast too. So that would be pretty cool. But
that would be cool. Hey, awesome. You might be coming back to Ohio here. What, 2 weeks or so? 2
weekends from now, I think.
Yeah.
Possibility, depending on how stuff goes with the move and stuff. As long as everything goes as planned, that's what we're planning right now. So.
Yeah.
So we are going to do, we talked about it last weekend, once we hit 1,000 subs, we're going to try to do like an extra giveaway show. We'll probably do an extra show after the live stream. We're just going to try to give away as much stuff as we can. I know we have some Starbucks gift cards to give away. We're going to give away the codes for those, so you might want to download the Starbucks app to be prepared for that. I'm not sure about the UK people. Do you guys have Starbucks over there? Would that work? I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably. Hopefully. You guys can let us know. But we are going to do like some Steam gift cards. We've tried to get some Oculus gift cards, but you can't buy those anywhere. No. And so if somebody knows a way to get Oculus gift cards, let us know. We can try to buy some of those. But yeah, stay tuned for that. And we will hopefully maybe next show or the show after that. I don't know when we'll hit that amount, but we've been slowly trying to get prepared, picking up things here and there. So
yeah, we're just doing it basically as a thank you to you guys. This is just also fun. So for us, we're just doing it as a thank you. Glad to be here. Glad to hang out. Something for us to do on a Saturday, stuff like that.
I was talking to Shiny Robot yesterday, and that's what I was telling him. Like, we just look forward to doing the show every week. Like, we talk about it every day.
Absolutely. And it's a good recap for just you and I, personally, because there's always so much content that comes out during the week. You get stuff, I get stuff. We don't all see everything.
Right. So. And we did this before anyways. We talked back and forth like this before we did the show live with everybody else and got everybody else involved. This is what we would do on Saturday mornings. We would usually sit here and talk about everything that's going on and what we bought, what we played, and then we would go in and play something.
Yep,
and usually play Contractors for a while or something like that. So.
Which I wanted to get in and play something. I said last week I kind of wanted to try and get in maybe today and play something. And actually after this, I may throw the Quest on because I don't have enough room with everything right now.
No, get your Rift S out because my Quest is being used right now. So I could play something on the PC VR. I can't play anything on the Quest right now. So.
Oh, maybe. If you guys want to go into something, hit us up.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll jump over on the Discord after this and find something to play. I do want to get into something here.
For sure.
I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do the Rift S.
Oh, you can do it. It's cleared out enough.
I guess I could put some extension cords on and take it out in my living room. Because it's wide open. I wonder if it'd make it out.
Do you have a DisplayPort extension? That's the only bad thing. We have our HDMI ones,
Yeah, I don't have a DisplayPort.
I haven't made a new extension cable for mine yet.
Did it come with an adapter?
Oh, nice. It came with a mini DisplayPort adapter. That's all it came with. Yeah. So Paradise Decay said, yes, we have Starbucks. Awesome show. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
And drink coffee.
Yeah, so, I know, man. No,
just drink
keep
more
drinking.
coffee. Yep.
I know, right? Sadly.
And Saturdays, I almost drink it all day long.
So I told we are kind of looking for a house and stuff as well. And I said the only one thing that I want to get when she wants she'll want new furniture and all the stuff that they want. So I said the only thing that I want is a nice coffee maker, and that's when I showed her the one at Best Buy and stuff. She's like, "This is $1,000," and I'm like, yeah, it's coffee. I mean, coffee is life. Come on.
Coffee in VR, $1,000 index, $1,000 coffee pot. I mean, you have to do that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, those are like the two most important things in life. So I mean,
actually, if I get something like that, I could always put it in my VR room.
That's not a bad idea. You could put it like on the desk back there in your new place and just walk back and fill up.
I know.
But we're rambling on, so we should probably let everybody get out of here. Paradise Decay's premiere is in like 15 minutes, so make sure you catch that. So. And we definitely appreciate all you guys being here. Sign up for the Gleam. Hit the like or the dislike if you hate us. And hit the subscribe button.
That hurts.
I mean, they might. Some people. I mean, you always have haters. There's always somebody that hates everything everybody does.
That's all right.
So.
We always love it. I mean, we take
right.
the good with the bad. You got to.
That's all right.
Don't grow, right?
That's all right.
I know.
All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot for being here. We will definitely catch you next weekend for the next Coffee in VR. Hopefully, couple more videos trickled through this week, maybe. And yeah.
Yep. I know. Hit us up on our Discord too. Mugshots for sure.
Hit the mugshots. Yeah. We'll get some new mugshots for next week. So.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right, guys.
See you later.
We'll catch you later. See you here next time, or we will see you in VR. Later.
Later, guys.